Watching our video or watching your video?
I'm waiting for a 94-year-old lady. I'm supposed to have sex with her in these bushes.
Okay. Yeah, we're leaving it. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we just got talked to by the Raising Cane's management saying that we weren't allowed to film if we were professionals.
Thank you for that compliment.
But Raising Cane's, I'm gonna have to dock you down a little bit.
You've been docked.
You've been docked. You've been docked. We said 7 out of 10. Now my experience is brought down to a solid 3.
Whoa.
You don't come at my boy.
One job.
You don't come at my boy.
There he goes.
Cross him off the last! Cross him off the fucking last!
But the Cowboys obviously didn't want him because they knew, like, if you're trading
They traded back.
So every single trade was a streak shot.
Here we go! Shoot him if you boot him. Oh, what a rush!
I know they're getting a lot of awesome content. They're getting fired up, getting ready. We're still a few picks away. Big shout out to all you Cowboys fans. And they said no Brady rule applies.
Crack him, make it up! Oh my God! I am a Greek god! Oh, bad luck! He dropped the back! Get down! Get down! No! Guyton!
He's not on your board.
Guyton!
I said this to Deffy. I was like, if anybody got picked, any offensive lineman that'd be upset about it'd be Tyler Guyton. Be happy about that. We got a starter.
Yeah.
We got a starter, and we got a day 2 pick.
Hey, Tyler Guyton, welcome to the team!
Boost me up a little bit more than that. Okay, that's good there, AJ.
Top of Eric BOTG, Bot G.
Time to pay the piper here.
Get
We're
this
about,
monkey suit off. Come on.
what are we doing here? We fucking got Guyton and we're fucking wearing suits still? What the f is this bullshit? Hey!
Paying the bills.
Cracker, go!
Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs. 20,000 subs, thanks to the nation. You got our back like we eggs and bacon. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. That be our war cry. Shotgun, screech shots, boosting every stream live. Thank you, Confana Maniacs. We do this cause we know you got our back. 20K milestone, all because of you. Big shout out, fam, from the Cam Fan crew. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs.
Where the fuck is he standing? Wide the fuck open!
Thank you, Maniacs.
How was he wide open?
20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs. 20,000 subs, thanks to the nation. You got our back like we eggs and bacon. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. That be our war cry. Shotgun, screech shots, boosting every stream live. Thank you, Confana Maniacs. We do this cause we know you got our back. 20K milestone, all because of you. Big shout out, fam, from the Cam Fan crew. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, Maniacs. Thank you, Maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs.
Come on, man, listen, man. Shout out to Canada, man. Shout out to the whole Cowboys can fam. You feel what I'm saying, man?
Thank you,
We in the building, we
maniacs.
doing big things, and big things popping, little things stopping. We outside, worldwide. It ain't been stepped on.
Thank you, maniacs.
Now the party's getting started, baby!
30 minutes. So you guys can load up right now for $4 or $5 a drink.
Nice.
What's the drink? Oh! Why didn't you call my middle name, son?
We're here to kick ass on this happy hour. We're gonna have to draft them if you got them, right? Draft them if you got them. Let's go.
Show call, baby!
What's up, baby? How you doing, brother? I'm good, okay, come. What's up, man? Puro pinche Cowboys!
Let's go. Point to the lips. Raise it if you will. Come on, crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
That was Vegas 2022.
2032, baby! Las Vegas! Let's go!
Hang on.
Vegas! So those are the 4 top stadiums for Super Cowboy, baby.
I love it.
Put your hand out.
Oh, yeah. But you gotta look up so people can think someone else is pouring it.
We will get naked for money.
Naked for money!
Super Cowboy said when we're in Texas, we have to have a shiner beer. So he bought us a brown, fellas. Get him up.
Let's go!
We are El Destino, Cowboy Camp fans right here, man. We're doing our thing, getting ready. Thanksgiving, we beating them damn Giants. That's what's happening for real. Let's go.
We're like giant pussies.
I'm gonna guess the sizes.
Well, I think it should be pretty easy to guess. Medium.
Oh shit, large. Who's the medium?
Much love to you guys. Keep doing your thing, baby. Happy Thanksgiving. Nothing but blessings. Let's go.
Beat your Cowboy, baby! Woo! Let's go!
And you're gonna take it? Okay. All right.
Get it in your son, get it in your. Raise a toast and let it spin your. Cowboys fans are the best in the world, and Eagles fans are dirty words. What Eagles? Eagles fans are dirty words. Recovered a fumble, chug a beer, defensive interception. Chug a beer. If that pick does go for 6, get a screenshot in your kid. Then be the rules, then bend the rules for years. Get it in your son, get it in your. Raise a toast and let it spin your. Cowboys fans are the best in the world, and Eagles fans are balling.
Hey.
Old man Jones.
Shout out to all you guys out there listening right now. We're just having a great Christmas with Can Fan.
Here live at Levi Stadium, Niner territory, enemy territory. We're gonna go ask around, because I don't know about you, but I get this whiff of hate. So we're gonna ask everybody, why do they hate the Cowboys so much?
This is Niners land, territory. They were telling me that I was a piece of shit when I was walking through there.
Why do you hate the Cowboys so much? I don't hate, because there ain't no hater bone in my motherfucking body. Oh, I did not expect that. He might be the only one.
Although he sounded very angry.
We're coming in. Come on. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Nobody. Come this way. Why do you hate the Cowboys so much?
I tell you what, what's the question?
Why do you hate the Cowboys so much?
Hey man,
Hold on.
we don't hate, we just don't like.
They don't hate.
Yeah, don't like.
He's down. Oh no. Hey, hold on. Why do you hate the Cowboys so much? Okay, so they don't hate us, but they want to us. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's get in here. Let's go.
Not because they hate or love us.
Why do you hate the Cowboys?
Because they suck like
Why?
this guy.
Tell us why, though. Tell us why.
Cowboys suck.
Can you explain how?
They suck.
Video, and we're crashing the music video, asking them why they hate the Cowboys.
Is this a music video?
I hate the Cowboys because Jerry Jones sucks.
Go Cowboys, go Cowboys!
Y'all say no! Go Cowboys! Go Cowboys! Still winning! You know, they say they don't hate, but it sounds like they hate. It sounds like they're being hateful. Let's make sure we talk to the Most High. Let's go talk to that guy making the video. No! Stunnerman 02 and Dak.
You hot mic'd us. Bullshit. Bullshit, baby.
Bullshit, I can't bullshit.
Bullshit, baby.
Bullshit, like I want it.
Bullshit, baby.
I want it. I'm not bullshit, like I want it. Like I.
Bullshit, baby. Bullshit, baby.
Woo! Coming to you live, the Blue Checkmark Boys on X.
Is that our new name?
Well, we can call ourselves that. We got a blue checky.
I love that Ant's paid for a blue check mark on Instagram, but we haven't updated the
No, they
photo.
gave the money back.
Oh, okay.
But so on X, what like how do they
I bought a thingy.
So did I, but they need you to send in pictures of yourself. So I tried doing that and they said it didn't count.
Oh,
Oh,
X must just not be
They don't
weird
care.
and like
They're
say,
just like,
hey,
just
we
pay
want
the
to see
money.
photos of you.
Elon
Yeah,
don't
just
care.
pay.
Yeah, they're
But
just
that
like,
was
pay
no,
us.
You have to have you have to have like 1,000 followers. Like there's a threshold, so you can't just create a new account. But
So Instagram's like that too, but they want you to have only one. So this is the weird thing about us because there's 3 of us. They only want a photo of one person. So
Oh.
how's that work in groups?
Well, I guess
If we want to be blue checkmark boys on Instagram, which I've seen, okay, this is some behind baseball. I've seen channels that had the same amount, like roughly the same amount as followers as us, that then got the blue checkmark a couple years ago and have doubled since. We haven't got the blue checkmark and we're stagnant. So am I
Maybe-
saying it's a conspiracy? No, I'm saying it's pay to play.
What if
And
we
I
were
tried to pay to play.
put your face,
I
get
like
the
it.
check, and then change it?
No,
to
as soon
all
as you
3?
change it, they review.
Debatable.
No,
what?
that's what they say.
So in
Anytime-
the image, in the actual image, you have to have your face. Well,
Yeah.
we'll lose views. We'll lose viewers.
I know. So you think you're gonna pay to play by getting that blue check,
Okay.
and then they say that guy's way too handsome. We're unfollowing him. We just thought he was a sports fan. We're unfollowing him.
Well, we AI.
We didn't know he was a GQ model.
I think we AI me and Adam's head on your shoulders and just say, I was born with a defect. I got 3 heads.
We should try that.
I got a 3-headed
We should
monster.
just
But
do
what if-
like we should do something like that, but on a Cowboys jersey,
Yeah.
and
What-
just see if it
Actually,
if it
what
pans
if
out.
what if we do you with our faces on just a shirt?
Ooh.
Yeah, we could maybe try something like that.
Okay, we'll try it.
Because I did try it with our logo that we have here, the Hills Have Eyes one. Didn't work. I haven't tried with our new one, but we're not going to get it with the new one where it's like we're doing that dope rap. Like we look like a rap album.
We're
all like
Yeah, we're all
this.
screaming.
Too
So
cool.
I would love to get the blue check mark because I do believe it pushes your content more.
Okay.
There'd be no, why wouldn't they push your content more if you're paying to get some stupid little check mark on the platform? So I don't know. Something we can look into.
Well, before you leave, let me grab a little headshot of you, and we'll let me doctor some stuff up.
Sure.
Or you got to go into the Instagram office with some guy's flogging his dolphin saying,
Gotta pay to play, baby. Gotta pay to play.
Got to pay to everything's pay to play.
hey,
Anyone that cracks. Oh yeah.
Crack
crack
'em
'em
if
if
you
you got him.
got 'em.
That's a drip. That's a pink lemonade.
Pink
coming at
lemonade.
ya.
Well, let me get a cherry bubbly in before Ad gets his. Let's crack him if you
Crack
got
'em
him.
if you got him.
Yeah, we're in the season. We're mid preseason right now.
We're mid preseason. Yeah, technically.
We are. I mean, I guess Saturday would be
Early mid.
well because
But
there's 3 games.
there's only 3
Saturday's
games, yeah.
mid. Wouldn't it be? 'Cause
Well,
there's 3
but just
ga-
because
Oh,
the
but
game
that-
hasn't been played yet,
yeah,
so we're early mid.
Early
Once
mid.
the game gets played, we're late mid.
yeah.
But then we're into the end.
And they do something weird that they didn't do before. Like you'd have the final preseason game, and then the week after you were in regular season. Cowboys' final preseason game is, let me look at my schedule here, Friday, August 22nd, but they don't play till September 4th. So you got some time in between. You almost have 2
Yeah.
weeks in between.
That'll be 3 days before Michael Parsons gets signed, the 22nd, because he's getting signed on August 25th.
I thought you said your birthday.
That is my birthday.
Why did I think your birthday was the 26th? Thought your birthday was the 26th.
Because I lie.
Well,
Does he
that's
lie?
okay. Lindsay's still mad that AJ hasn't said happy birthday to her. She reminds me every day. AJ still hasn't said happy birthday to me.
I haven't seen her.
I dropped Lindsay's birthday gift upstairs, by the way. So
Oh, thank you.
make sure you.
I actually was thinking of bringing a gift for Lynn's.
Like your
Later.
body? She would like your body.
You just, you just showed up gift wrapped.
You're like, hey, do what you want to me.
Unwrap me now.
She's
Keep
like,
you.
all right, I'm gonna tattoo. I'm gonna put some tattoos on that.
How funny
leg."
would that be? That's actually a funny skit. Do what you will with what you want with this, and you're in a like gift wrapped, and someone just kicks the shit out of you.
That would be the best. Do what you want with me. It's your birthday, and then it's
Just a beat
the
down,
brutalest beatdown you've ever seen.
like whipping down hills. And
Just
stuff. Like that
getting
guy that
clocked.
had the bear outfit, that made the bear outfit to
Grizzly guy?
Grizzly guy or whatever. Okay, we are in. Hey, welcome to the Wednesday night main event, fellas. The first one that we're officially in the NFL season. So
That's
it feels
right.
good. We we talked about the game. We were live streaming the game against the Rams. We discussed a lot about it. The game was essentially over halfway through, but we can touch on it briefly if you guys want. Do you have any thoughts different than what you had Saturday night when we were watching it?
No, I'll just reiterate, like, where the hell did Malik Davis come from? Why did no one talk about this guy? And do we have a serious
Contender.
a good problem in that, like, is do you add Davis's name to the potential roster now? And like, nothing against what's his name? I got Phil Maffa. I was thinking Jay Toya. Phil Maffa did well enough, playing like a bit of a bruiser role there, and was running the ball by himself, but didn't have that explosiveness that we saw Davis have. Mind you, Davis was doing it in the second half of that preseason game. The argument too can be like, oh well, he's going up against seconds and thirds. Well, we also had our seconds and thirds out there.
Yeah,
so-
I'll never accept that argument if he's going against second and third. It's like, well, what do you want him to play even better than he's already playing? Like the guy's like when a guy like Malik Davis comes in and every play is explosive. I think he had a 9-yard average, or something crazy like that. What else do you want from a player? Like all he can do is make plays. And anytime that we've seen Malik Davis in the preseason, he's always done well. And then the couple times that he's had regular season game action, he's played well. So
look,
it muddies the water a bit.
It muddies the water. I need to see it 2 more times, obviously, and give him the chance. But if it comes down to it, like, I would rather have a guy like Davis. And again, looking at the contracts, this might not make as much sense than Sanders, who we've not really seen a peep out of, just for the fact of, like, I don't know, if he's young and hungry and Sanders is kind of like just going to find another role next year, I'd be interested in giving Davis the shot.
Yeah, not guy. And he's been around here before.
Yeah, with Williams and Blue.
I like
already
that.
there.
I like that scenario. I like the idea of getting Malik Davis his turn, and if Sanders is that 1 year rental, then ship him off.
Well, let me tell you this right now. The Dallas Cowboys unofficial depth chart that's on ESPN.com right now. Running back is Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, Jadon Blue, and Deuce Vaughn. You don't even see, they don't even have Davis listed.
No, I know. And that's what I think was so surprising is he wasn't out there. But anyways, that's all TBD because if it doesn't happen in week 2 and 3, then who cares? We're going to be talking a lot about, or I've heard a lot of talk too, and it's fair because we got to talk about something, and this is the sample size that we have is that week 1 preseason. I can't make too much out of it until I start to see patterns. And I think that's the way that we should all look at it is like, okay, someone may have had, for example, Flanoy, I believe he went 1 in 5. 5 targets, had 1 reception. Not good, right? If he repeats that and basically ends with like, I don't know, 12 targets and 2 receptions, cutting block for me because what else is that wide receiver going to provide?
But when you're getting 150-mile-per-hour fastball,
maybe
so this is the thing. With wide receivers, you're dependent on someone else. Running backs, it's like you have to make it shine. But here, let me give you a little size stats because I know you're a size queen over there.
Yeah, baby. Oh, what you
got?
You muted
You muted.
Yeah, the guys in the chat wanted me to cut you off randomly, so I just did it.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys in the chat, suck my balls.
I said they're talking so much they won't even let me get a word in, so they just.
Anyways. Oh, okay. Hey, go get in there.
No. I'm fine. I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was. I totally forgot.
I was just blabbing
okay,
on
so
about
then when you cut us off, you got to get in there with some fire.
Cut him off.
You son of a bitch. And then when I say that, we have the same mother, so that makes me also a son of a bitch.
Yeah, Bandwagon Bob is listening right now.
So what I was going to say with this, I just want to get some size action here. Malik Davis. And then I'm going to give you the height and weight of Malik Davis. 5'11", 202, right? Not bad.
Sexy.
Phil Maffa, 6'1", 234.
Big boy.
Big boy.
Like...
That size is just something, with the way that we saw Maffa moving and that he did end up getting a 3.6 average, which is like cusping on.
He looked good.
He looked good.
And
I know, but he didn't have any of those.
He did have a big run. It would have got him over 4 yards per carry, 4 average yards per carry. It got called back by a stupid penalty.
Can you see if we? I'm sorry. After you're done doing that, can you just see if we have a Phil Maffa shirtless photo that we could take a look? I want to see. I want to see what he's packing.
That's all I'm saying is that size is something that I just don't think you can replicate right now in the locker room, the running back room. So I want to give Maffa the same attention he got in week 1 preseason in week 2 and week 3. But let me get Phil Maffa shirtless.
So we were talking about diving into the running back order right now. I'll ask Ad here. Ad, going into week 2, what do you want to see from the running back position, or what do you want to see more of, or the lineup? Like, what are you expecting to see?
I want to see
against the Ravens.
I want to see Jadon Blue, but someone in chat said that did he get injured? And just looking at it, it doesn't look like he even practiced today. So it doesn't look. We don't look like we're going to see Jadon Blue this weekend, which I wanted to see. I definitely want to see a bit more from Phil Maffa and Malik Davis. I don't care about Deuce Vaughn. I know that a lot of the packages that Shoddy was running for the first half of the game didn't really. I mean, it was like we're 3 and out with piss missiles the entire time from Milton.
First 6 plays were 6 passes.
It was so ridiculous. We looked at it after like the first quarter. It was like time of possession. They had 1 minute and 23 seconds
with 1 yard.
With 1 yard, it was ridiculous.
I think also though, like we're looking at it as a game, and if I'm Schottenheimer and a coach, I might be going out there and just being like, okay, these are the things I need to see. I need 12 of these plays from Milton. Okay.
Yep.
I need 10 of these plays from this running back, and then you just roll through the game. Obviously, trying to call so that the plays make sense.
Yep.
But maybe they just didn't really care how the game started off because they're like, in these first 6 downs, we're throwing the ball 6 times.
My only argument against that is that has come out where he's like, I needed to see Joe Milton with X amount of plays, but what's the best way to see Joe Milton with X amount of plays? Get first downs. So play fundamental football to get as many downs as you can.
Yeah, why?
To see Joe Milton in passing situations, right? Like Joe Milton on 1st and 10 at the start of the game Do we need to see him throw the football? Probably not. You need to see Joe Milton throw the football on 3rd and 7. How do you get multiple 3rds and 7s? You pick up multiple first downs.
I would also say, yeah, I don't disagree. Crack him if you got him.
Crack him.
There you go.
You're
Bring
just
it close,
cracking
bring
it
it
now.
close.
No, I had an open one already.
Oh, I see what you're
He
doing.
had a tricky open one.
Gotcha.
Look at that fucking sweaty drip right there.
But also,
Mango.
also it might be like I want to shake the nerves out of this guy, and so I know my first 2 downs might be giveaways. So I'm just coming up with.
I like that explanation.
It's a preseason game where I don't want to take. Here's what I'd rather do when I look at these preseason games. Obviously, if someone stands out as like really ineffective, that's going to stand out. But I'm looking for the guys who showed up a bunch on the close-ups and were in close to the, especially on defense, right? Like seeing Leo Fau moving around and basically the first, I don't know, 2 downs, he almost of the who did they play? The Rams offense.
The yellow and blue team.
The yellow and blue team. He was showing up almost every time in the close-up, either getting a hand on the player or making a stop himself or
He's
just
vibing.
being either play. And on the other side of the ball, it's like I don't want to see a big play to a dude and him drop the ball. A la Mingo had that one big play, which would have been awesome if he caught it, and he probably would have caught it if the guy wasn't draping himself. The Rams player hadn't draped himself all over. There was a penalty called on that big deep pass, if you remember.
Yep.
To Jonathan Mingo. Do you, or are you just saying?
No, he
Okay,
caught
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but there was also a Cowboys penalty on the same play.
No, there was a pass interference play.
Yeah, but we had a penalty that brought it back.
Oh, did it go back? Okay.
They called it after the fact.
So
you still got
pass interference counted, but then they moved it back.
They moved it back. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, okay. But anyways, that's the type of thing where it's like I would have loved to see Mingo make that catch, but I'm not going to ding him for not catching it because of
a penalty.
Because of the penalty, right? But if he would have caught it, it would have been like, oh, he's number 3. Like that's how I would have felt.
Bingo! You'd have been like, bingo!
Bingo!
I got a question, and what we saw, and this is kind of leading into week 2. Conversation going on in chat, and I want to just kind of adjust it.
Yeah, give us the week 2 talk.
Edit it for us.
So Boots on the Ground says Shoddy is playing poker, and he is not going to show us his cards. Then R2J2, aka Conversations Living Room with RJ, says what cards? It's the same offensive playbook as last year, and the NFL knows it. So do we agree with that? Like, do you think that we're going to see the same type of packages? Now, I'll preface and say that even if it is the same playbook, look at how many plays are in the NFL. There's no way Mike McCarthy utilized the entire playbook. So there's probably a lot of plays that Schottenheimer really likes that we didn't see last year that we'll probably see more of. So even if it was the same offensive playbook, there has to be alterations, and we're going to come at it with a couple of different installs, I'm guessing.
Even take away playbooks. Start with players. 37 guys that play for the Dallas Cowboys were taken out of playing last week, right? So whatever we just watched last Saturday, it doesn't matter if they're running a completely different playbook. It's irrelevant when you're not playing the same players, right? So if they are running Mike McCarthy's offense, you stick George Pickens in Mike McCarthy's offense last year, that offense is already a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
They could run the exact same shit, and you automatically put George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb in there, you're gonna move the ball. 1 year removed, Dak Prescott was second in MVP, and I think they were the highest scoring offense in the league. I think while Mike McCarthy was there, they were the highest scoring offense twice. So it's like, is that a bad thing that it's the same offense? I don't know. Is it the same offense? Again, I don't know enough because I don't think you see enough in preseason, and you don't see the players. So like when it comes down to preseason talking as a team, winning or losing is irrelevant. I think you really have to just focus on individual players.
Yeah.
And not even coaching really, because the coach isn't going to coach how he does in a real game.
Yep.
I'm looking for just the good
You're
things.
coping.
I'm coping, sure.
You coper.
Honestly, regardless of the playbook, I don't even know that we're going to see anything new because they're not going to run plays that they think they could run with Dak Prescott, Turpin, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Williams, Jadon Blue, whoever might be out there. I don't think we're going to see the same plays that they would be running with Milton out there and a bunch of, fours really on the wide receiver core. So, I mean, I would hope that they would be adding stuff that's like specific for players in certain
Scenarios.
but
Well, look at how
right,
much
then we'd have to see that happen.
Yeah, and so even if it's the same offensive playbook, look at how even they've moved personnel around. Like Turpin in practices at training camp has been utilized far different than what we saw him do last year. We saw him on like 2 passing plays last year, and that one scrimmage that we watched, or even the one before that, the when they were scrimmaging with themselves, he was getting like 4 or 5 catches on different type of routes.
I just want to know where the basis is of that it's the same offense as last year, off of what, a preseason game with your backups in. If anything, if I was a coach, I would make it seem like we were running the exact same offense as last year.
Which is possible.
But where's the basis? That's what I'm confused about. Where's the basis off of one preseason game that Schottenheimer's running the same offense?
And you know what? Maybe we do, like you said, maybe the addition of George Pickens or that type of dude is the key to unlock the playbook, and it doesn't have to change. Like, being super complex works if your players can handle a very super complex playbook. But sometimes if that doesn't work, then you do have to make a playbook for the team. And simple playbooks, we've seen simple plays, tried, tested, and true plays. The routes are all the same. They work, but you just need to be running them with like high efficiency, and everyone needs to kind of know their role about what they're doing.
Know your role.
Maybe that means that you keep things a little more simple, but you are excellent at those plays. I still think you see success. I mean, I think we all are kind of maybe on. I mean, I'll admit, like, I'd love to see some more trick plays and fun stuff like that you see in college football and whatnot, but it just might not be for this team.
And then you're better off to save that for a moment it matters.
Save it for a moment that matters. But I think the point being right now, and I'm on board with this too, is let's not put our head over our toes after this one preseason game where realistically, I don't know that we saw. I think how many starters did we see? 10 starters on the
not even close.
field,
I don't even think close to that. Yeah. I would say maybe half, 5 of that.
I will say this. One of the things that I think we can take away from there is the secondary is still a
dog shit.
A dog shit, yeah.
But again, it goes down to individual performances, right? Andrew Booth played like shit. Joe Milton didn't play very well. Mozzie Smith played like garbage, right? Like, you can take away. You're trying to put guys in situations to see if they can then make it to the second team or the first team, right? Yeah. And if you can step up and play against the other twos and make a name, like Stetson Bennett was the best guy in the game, the quarterback for the Rams, right?
He had a game. He had
a really good game where Joe Milton kind of not the same. But back in a roundabout way to our running backs, like, what are you guys expecting from our running backs? Like, what's the order you're going to play? Like, I want to know what you guys would do.
For this weekend?
Yeah, for going to the Ravens. Because, again, everyone watched the Rams game. Maybe we can move past the Rams game a little bit.
I can say who I thought. I just want to tag on the final on that playbook thing from R2J2. It's just my opinion and perspective from other teams' sports talk saying that. So he's just hearing what other teams are saying. Who knows?
Exactly, though. But you don't really know until week 1.
It could be. It could be true.
It could be true, but it could be smoke and mirrors.
Exactly. That's where it goes back down to Bootsy saying showing cards. So I think what I want to see from our running back room, based on the performance from Phil Maffa, he's getting the first round of reps. Like, he would be my starting running back going into the game this weekend, specifically without Jadon Blue being there. And then I would work in Malik Davis. I'd work Malik Davis maybe in the second quarter or
no
the
Miles
second half.
Sanders, no Javonte Williams.
Well, Javonte.
So you're done with even you're crowning Javonte Williams as a starter.
Yeah, I think we're all in that in the same type of line that Javonte Williams is the clear starter. I think they're probably looking for their RB3/RB2.
So, but if you were coach, you wouldn't want to, like, I get it. Other guys are clear starters. You wouldn't want to see them at all.
I would.
You just want to go with the same dudes that we went with last week.
I think week 3, the preseason week 3 is when I would start putting in like Javonte.
The closest week to the game.
Yep. Yeah, just to get them kind of up and use. I mean, do you want to see them beforehand and then give them the week after?
I would have had them last week.
Yeah, that's true.
I would have had Javonte Williams have at least one set of downs. You've never seen him run the football for your team.
Yeah, you're right.
I would have had all the starting offensive linemen out there. I would have had Dak. If I was the coach, I would have had Dak Prescott out there.
Yeah,
I honestly would have.
Look, CeeDee Lamb was more of a.
He got hurt.
Was more of an injury case on the sidelines.
Bigger chance getting hurt on.
That was the penalty too.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's that penalty going on? That was from CD.
CD being on the sideline.
I would have. Yeah, I mean, the smartest move, in my opinion, is get your starters in as early as you can in the preseason. Get them oiled. Get them to just show a nice flow, right? I think a good explanation of that, or a good example of that, is the Bengals. And what they've done is they basically played their guys for whatever, it might have been two downs, scored.
Well, it was at least 2 series
At
because
least
Joe
2
Burrow skirts through 2 touchdown
So
passes.
they did, so 2 series. But it might have been like 6 total plays. But still, if that's what it is, then they come off the field for the game.
Or
And
for
then
the rest, you don't even need to see
I don't
them
even
for the
know I
rest
put
of
him back
preseason again.
And the good thing about that is if I get out there and CeeDee Lamb then does have a little tight hamstring and he tweaks it, okay, great. Now I have fucking 4 weeks basically until the season starts where he can just rest that, and I don't need to see him anymore. I'm not gonna. Then now CeeDee Lamb doesn't go on the field if that happens, as an example. But now if they go into week 2 or week 3 and that happens, because part of it too is like getting the player up to game speed. Sure, they're in shape all year round, and yes, they've been training, but it's the brain to muscle connection that causes these injuries a lot of the time, right? Where your brain's working quicker than your body's going to react, and so it's not actually impacting. I'm making this up, guys, so just go with me. But
I was,
you know what I mean?
I was bought in.
But okay, like your leg is not impacting the ground at the time, at the millisecond your mind is. So that's where these, and your body's not in full fucking.
It's not in game mode.
Fucking mode.
Full game mode. It's important to get the players up to some speed. Rev that engine a little so that you know, okay, you guys are ready to go. Now you don't need to hit the field anymore. I understand a lot of preseason too is to get these questions answered, like our backfield.
You still,
but you still got to run the guys.
Quarters for that.
I think one good example there is Williams hasn't played it down for the Cowboys. De facto is our #1 running back. Like
based on what, you know what I mean?
But
like,
I still love to see him go in a game and run the ball 2-3 times. I don't know.
How much better would you feel Williams goes in a preseason game, gets a handoff, runs for 15 yards? All right, take him out.
Yeah,
don't
I feel
need to
great.
see it anymore. Sure.
Cowboy Up podcast, aka Big Fella, who already said, "Hey, is Chilliwack ready for the Big Fella this weekend?"
Yes.
So that's the biggest starter coming in on preseason week 2.
Yes.
Is Big Fella's in the studio.
Hell yeah, that is.
He says the great Tom Landry played as starters in preseason games. Jimmy Johnson played as starters in preseason games. 2 head coaches that won Super Bowls.
It seems to be a more new school thing, I would think, because
bitch mode. Bitch mode.
It's a analytical decision of don't put the players out there who are like, if they crunch the numbers, I bet you there's a percentage that says it's worse to put your players in preseason because of the injury concerns. That's where I'm thinking a lot of these decisions.
And it is. At the end of the day,
that might be true. But
yeah, you're paying some of these guys $2 million a year back in like 1991.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay.
Now you're paying them.
Now you're paying them
40, 50.
Realistically, if a starter goes in and he gets hurt, but this not playing your starters is a very new, new in regards of like less than the last 10 years, like last.
I would
5
say
years.
like the last 5 years, it's really become more of acceptable.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be an interesting. When was the last time Dak Prescott saw a preseason game?
I'm gonna say 2020. Oh no, because that was COVID year. I'm going to say 2019.
Okay, we're just checking it out.
That's my guess is 2019.
This could take some time. Grokk's a little slow. The last preseason game Dak Prescott played was in 2019.
Year before COVID. Because then he got his big contract. Or, sorry, he got hurt in 2020. So then that makes sense that you wouldn't have played him the year after because you're scared that he's going to get hurt again. But Dak should have played last week.
Dak should have played last week. And
CeeDee Lamb should have played the whole offensive line. Javonte Williams, get in for a fucking series.
It's either going to be, the injury will come either it's going to happen in week 1 or 2 if it's going to happen in preseason game, or it's just a completely bad luck thing.
Yeah,
that
like
could
a pile,
happen
like a pile up or something.
That could happen at any
Yeah.
point in any game. And so I would always, I think we're all kind of just old school dudes where it's like, get your starters on the field, get them feeling the pigskin, get them rubbing that pigskin, you know?
Rub it up and down.
And we don't need them out there for longer. If they go down and score in 2 plays, then they don't need to go back on maybe.
If they score, if they get a first down, if they get 2 first downs and punt, I'm fine with that. But this is back to the original question that Ad answered, and AJ, we still crack them if you got them. What do you do with the running back room? We got on to starters playing. We went down a rabbit hole. Ad gave us the answer.
I gave my opinion, and then Ant yelled at me. So
I didn't yell at you. You said you should have just said repeat week 1, preseason week 1.
Yeah, I'm down for repeating.
Because Phil Maffa wasn't the starter in week 1. It was
Deuce Vaughn. Okay, had 2 plays.
Okay.
Well, so technically it wasn't a repeat of week 1.
I'll agree with you.
So then you should have said sit Deuce Vaughn.
No,
I did say that.
No reason to have Deuce.
I said Phil Maffa, Malik Davis, and then don't even worry about Deuce Vaughn. I think he's washed.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
You should have just said sit him.
And if the Cowboys are going to go that route where they are not going to start starters, then it's okay. Replace Deuce Vaughn with Miles Sanders then. Let's see what he's got. And then I want Davis and Maffa. And whatever order you want to do it in. I just would hate to go, again, 2 full or 2.5 quarters of Maffa.
Yep.
And then Davis at the end. Sprinkle some Davis in earlier on so we can see how they do against that quote-unquote higher competition. You know, I think the seconds would start in the first half, and then maybe the thirds and fourths would start in the second half. But
I just hate the fact that Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders are like untouchable right now.
I know.
They're 2 dudes that have never, in my mind, they're in the same.
Well, Miles Sanders especially.
Malik Davis has more carries for the Dallas Cowboys than either of those guys combined in regular season football, right? Sure, these guys have done whatever for past teams, but it's like, this is preseason. You should be on the same standard as everyone else. Miles Sanders is on a 1-year deal. I think Williams might even be on a 1 year, maybe 2. But it's like,
yeah, you bring up a really good point.
I want to see those guys run.
Look,
and that's what I'm doing. If I'm the coach right now, one of those guys, okay, Javonte Williams is your incumbent starter for somehow. Miles Sanders, get your ass in there and prove that you're better than Phil Maffa or Malik Davis.
Well,
because last year's stats said different.
The other thing is like our first opening game is going to be a very tough game in week 1. It's not like it's a walk in the park. It's not like, regardless of how you look at it and be like, yeah, these first 4 weeks are throwaways. Like this is a division game. This is an important game. So yeah, you're right. These guys should be up to speed.
Get battle tested.
Sorry, you were going to say something. To
that. Did you guys have Phil Maffa up there the whole time?
Yeah. Well, no, I
Fucking
had him for a bit, and then I took him off.
Looks good.
Yeah, looks good.
I like it. If that's him at 237,
yeah, that's insane.
I mean, you can add another 5 pounds just to give him a little bit of softness around the edges.
Yeah, just beef him up.
Beef him up a little.
Beef him up. He's not going to lose much speed.
He's not.
He's on steroids.
What are the other player groups that you guys are going to be looking at?
Offense,
in week
defense,
2?
or just anything?
Sure, offense, defense. I mean, let's just flocate.
Receivers.
Yeah, receivers. I think Trayshawn Holden
Stock up.
Yeah, he at least deserves maybe to get some more reps before, kind of like Malik Davis, deserved to get a little bit more reps before the games in the fourth quarter. Like, let's see him out there, maybe with the starting offense.
He had an awesome sideline catch.
Had a great, burned his man, got wide open, and I would like to see him with some more reps because, like you said, Flanoy went 1-5, and I'm not taking anything away from the wide receivers last game because, unfortunately, it took Joe Milton.
Fastball Milton?
Yeah, it took Joe. What did I see on Reddit? It was.
Sorry, go ahead.
It was Joe Milton. If you need 60 yards, Joe Milton will throw you 60 yards. If you need 5 yards, Joe Milton will throw you 60 yards.
Yeah, it's like that one where you see that adult playing with those little kids and he's just whipping the ball.
It's like the Peyton Manning skit. It reminds me of the Peyton Manning skit when he's on Saturday Night Live and he's just whipping the ball. But you're thinking the dodgeball one, right?
This is where what I'm thinking is Milton might be a little hyper excited. That might mean the same thing. But he might be a little excited. So if that was me, I'd be like, okay, just get him out there throwing the ball. I know he's going to fuck up, but get him to start to calm down in the pocket now. And maybe that's what we'll see coming into week 2. An improvement from Joe Milton from the start of the game against the Ravens. That would be something I'd really like to see. And that maybe does help out with the wide receivers a little because they're not going to have to fucking be, wrapping their hands after a game.
My hands.
They're all bruised.
I need
Or
cortisone
just their
shot in my
bodies.
hands.
I don't even think
Purple
I don't
hands.
even think they were hitting their hands. They were just like bullet passes.
It's like
And you know what? In fairness, Brett Favre
Favre.
had the same thing,
But he hit their hands.
but he would hit their hands.
Well, you
but
could-
players would complain about
fastballs.
Technically, those first couple catches, they were hitting the hands. The guys were just, it was so high and fast, the velocity for them to catch
volleyballing.
it was skidding off. It was skidding off their hands.
Accuracy. If he gets the accuracy down, he's
little-
calmer in the pocket.
Even when he's throwing 60 yards, he still overthrew a couple of the guys.
Totally.
I think we did see him get that nice soft touch pass into the end zone. So it's like, he can do it.
Yeah.
It seems possible like he can do it.
He stroked out.
End zone has a little bit of because you can only go to the end of the end zone. So you
have that thing.
So it's
there,
like a little bit more of a psychological thing. But if he can bring that into his game,
Just pretend everything's an end zone.
roided up CeeDee Lamb just fucking whipping the ball at people.
Yeah, just buckling down. And we're going to have the resident Joe Milton hater in studio.
Big fella's gonna be
Big
in
fella, I was listening into the show last night, the Cowboy Up podcast, and he was not pulling punches. He was telling all the guys on his panel that he warned you guys about Joe Milton. And he was actually on our show a couple weeks ago, and same thing, warned us about Joe Milton. And we talked about it earlier, but I think I'm throwing the first three plays I'm throwing with Joe Milton. This week, it makes more sense to me to do now
Yeah.
than it did last week. Now it's like, okay, we saw you throwing the first 3 plays last week. Get a first down, having the ball in your hands the first 3 times this week. And that's already a huge improvement.
So big fella chimes in. Trey Lance is 10 times better than Joe Milton. This shouldn't even be a conversation. I wish the Cowboys would have went and got a true number 2 quarterback.
Well, we wanted the Cowboys to draft a quarterback this season. We also said we would have been fine with the Cowboys retaining Trey Lance if it made sense. Right?
Yeah.
We did say that. We also are on record saying that we were more excited for Joe Milton this season than we were for Trey Lance last year.
I still am more excited for Joe Milton. I actually liked seeing those long bombs, regardless if they're overthrown.
I want a Joe Milton 3 touchdown, 300-yard game while big fella's in here so we can all
Oh,
just
it's going to
stare at
happen.
him.
It's going to happen.
Or it's going to be the opposite. He's going to have 3 interceptions. It's either the 3 of us are going to be happy and be like, Chris, what do you think? Or Chris is going to be like,
I told y'all.
I fucking told y'all.
So Milton's contract is a $2 million. Trey Lance's contract is a $2 million cap hit 1 year.
That's a good deal for the Chargers.
It is a good deal for,
And he's
Trey
played
Lance.
well. He's played well for the Chargers.
I don't disagree with what Chris says. Like, I would have loved to run it back with Trey Lance and give him a real chance, especially after when you see what he did with the Chargers. But I don't know. Would he want to come back and sign with the Cowboys? Because the Cowboys had him under contract and technically would have picked up that, 4th-year option or 5th-year option?
And it was like 20 mil, worth 20 million or something.
They were obviously going to have to say no to that, and I wonder if in that case, if the Cowboys offered him, say, $2.1 million instead of $2.05 million, would he have signed with the Cowboys? Like, was it that much of a difference? Like, did he care, or was it like he just wanted to go somewhere?
I would have, if I was him, because the fact that like once the Cowboys were out of contention, I don't know why they weren't playing Trey Lance.
I know.
We knew what Cooper Rush gave us, and we were all pretty vocal about this. We were all at the point like put Trey Lance in, so if he has something, you guys can try to retain him for next year.
And if we lose,
who gives a fuck?
we can blame it on. Oh yeah, but we're testing things out with
Exactly.
a guy,
and
a number 1 overall pick. We're just testing things with him.
and he never unfortunately got that chance. So I'm pretty sure we were kind of fine with bringing him back. We were also fine with bringing back Cooper Rush, but
Cooper Rush.
And guess who's going to be quarterback in this weekend
Coop
against
Rush.
the Cowboys?
Well,
Cooper Rush and the boys.
Do we see guys? Is it Matt Greer?
Will Greer.
Will Greer. Will Greer.
Mike.
Will Super
Sam.
Bowl. Will Super Bowl champion Greer.
Well,
we call him Rings.
Look, he is
Ringy Greer.
He's an
He walks around with that stupid Eagles ring that has you press it and the wings shoot out of it.
Oh yeah,
that's what.
Does it actually?
Yeah, that's what their Super Bowl rings
that's
are like.
kind of cool.
But he's also an ex-Gator and Mountaineer, and I love my Mountaineers. But
and he looks like NJ Dub.
He had a decent little skedaddle run at the end of that.
Nice.
that
Yeah,
game.
he played well, and Milton was hurt at the end of the game, so we'll have to monitor that.
Either way,
Milton was holding his forearm or some shit at the end of the game, I remember.
one of these dudes, we can't go into week 1 with
A debate?
a debate of who our number 2 quarterback is. Either it's going to be Will Grier, which I'm totally happy with, or it's got to be Joe Milton, which I'm
Bazooka Joe.
totally happy with. But one of those guys needs to claim that second ranked position for quarterbacks. The other, but to circle it back here to wide receivers, is like, okay, if we're having problems with the quarterback not making passes that we think that they should, or, you know, Rocket Milton,
Bazooka Joe,
Bazooka
Rocket
Joe, Rocket.
Yeah, sorry,
Bazooka Joe, that's what
I didn't know Anth left.
I know he snuck out, but Rocket Joe.
Yep.
If he was throwing too hard for these guys to catch, I mean, obviously, like, I don't change my mind. I still need to see 2 weeks or 3 weeks of a pattern repeating.
Do you think on the drop passes he says them, the ones would have caught it? Ones would have caught it.
CD caught that, and he might be right, man. Like,
ones would have caught it.
But you still got to. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's at fault if you're passing footballs that your receivers can't catch.
GP3 would have caught it. Yeah, exactly, 100%. And again, like, look, you know, this is an opportunity for him. So, again, Cowboy hater. Sorry, not Cowboy hater. Big Chris, the resident Milton hater, has a lot to say on him. This is really the first time we're actually getting indoctored into Joe Milton's game. But like I said, I still stand. I'm more excited to see what Joe Milton can do as a QB2 than a Will Grier or a Cooper Rush. Trey Lance, if they actually came in and said Trey Lance is our clear number 2, then fine. I would have been all right with that. And same thing with last year. We already knew, like I said, we already knew what Cooper Rush was going to be. So let's see what we have with Trey Lance. I want to, if someone else is going to go in, bad or good, I want to see some exciting chances. I don't want conservative football. It's the QB.
So you want to have the chance that a receiver could get killed by a fastball?
No, I was saying
at
to
least
Alex,
every throw, you know Joe Milton might die. The receiver might die.
I was saying to Alex, I said after every single throw, rumor has it that Joe Milton went up to them and said the ones would have caught it. So like,
how big of a mind fuck would that be, Joe? It was 5 feet away from
like,
me.
Are you
going as fast as the fucking DeLorean?
Okay, so Flanoy doesn't catch it. It was double coverage. It hits off of Flanoy's stomach and it goes into the defensive back's hands. Almost basically in the end zone on like a 60-yard bomb. If that was GP3 or CeeDee Lamb, would they have came down with that same ball?
Yeah.
Okay, so like
every day.
I want to see Joe Milton with our ones. I want to see him whipping it at Turpin.
So you want him to take over Dak Prescott's spot?
I want to see what he can in preseason.
Yeah, well, and that goes back to, like, I would love that. If you want to sit Dak Prescott, fine, but get some dogs out there. You're not even getting a true representation of what Joe Milton can do without it. But we're going to see a lot of Joe Milton as long as he's healthy. You're going to see a lot of Will Grier. We said wide receivers. We said Trayshawn Holden. Is there any other wide receivers that you guys... I mean, who was it? Josh Kelly had a nice catch for a 2-point. None of us even knew who the fuck he was.
This is my thing. Like, that's all great and dandy. But what are the chances that Josh Kelly is going to play a snap during the regular season?
Zero.
I know.
0%.
And I'm not trying to hate on a guy getting his chance to go out there and play in an NFL game, but from purely a selfish Dallas Cowboys fan perspective, I don't give a fuck about seeing Josh Kelly catch a touchdown.
I want Mingo.
Or even, look, Trayshawn Holden, Mingo, I want to see Mingo get the ball because
but if Mingo,
he has an actual chance of being
Mingo,
a third.
Flanoy, Trayshawn Holden.
Yeah, but if Mingo, Holden, and Flanoy all start and Holden improves over Tolbert, like Tolbert played quite a bit last week.
Oh, Tolbert had his...
he did nothing.
Yeah, trade is fucking ass.
Look,
yeah, that is some of the rumors kicking around too.
And I mean, we can definitely talk about the potential of a Tolbert trade, which I think would be good, but
get an extra 4th round.
Gotta come off.
Yeah, I'd take a 5th even.
I know, but you gotta come off a game where he does something, so you get a little bit more. Of
I just don't know what they're like right now. The Cowboys are in a very solid wide receiver position, right? You got
lots of options.
You got CeeDee Lamb, GP3, Kavonte Turpin, and then it gets down to Flanoy, Mingo, Tolbert, and now Trayshawn Holden, who seems
Brooks,
Could be in
Cropper.
that.
well, Brooks, Cropper,
Well, Brooks
Those
barely
guys
played.
are in-
fucking
Brooks,
Kelly, and whoever else.
Brooks
Like,
barely played. So like Brooks, I'd say is almost like you've seen him less snaps than the other guys. So it's like they already know that he has a spot. You know what I mean? Like it makes me nervous when you're seeing a Tolbert out there and he's not doing anything. Like Tolbert should be dominating those guys.
Tolbert should have had like something like 3 for 3 for 50 yards, potentially a touchdown. Like
And an interception.
yeah, but you know what I mean. Like he should have had like stud type of for the plays that he was playing in. He should have been like the dominant guy, and he wasn't. And if that guy's gonna be moving into our third spot, I mean, I don't think anyone owns that third spot on the Dallas Cowboys right now.
I think Turpin might.
Yeah, but Turpin is not going to be in that third spot consistently.
I don't know that though.
Well,
Hey, in this new look offense,
sure, I wouldn't mind if he did. I'm just saying, like, I think they're looking for more of a
traditional third spot.
I think Turpin is comfortably could end up as the de facto number 3 wide receiver for sure.
Yeah, Turpin's your second slot guy. CeeDee Lamb's
think
your
he's a
slot.
second slot.
What they're looking for right now is that guy to play wide receiver opposite of George Pickens.
yeah, so that's going to be Flanoy or Mingo, I think. Like that's
Well,
that-
Flanoy has a lot to do to fix that because if you're going,
Yeah, Flanoy's gonna have a tough time being number 3.
he's been
Mingo though, I think Mingo could have a chance.
but you can see some of the shots that they were taking. It was to Flanoy. So, like Flanoy right now, it seems in this wide receiver battle that Tolbert again non-existent, even though he's for some reason we keep carrying him as this like true number 3 guy, and he's not. But you have, and maybe he is. Maybe with Dak. Dak has a safety blanket with him. We saw some stuff with him last year. GP3, CeeDee Lamb, and then you have Tolbert as that number 3. Possibly he's a bigger impact, right? We have to also remember, like, just because that number 3, that receiver's out there on the field, what else are they doing on the field? Are they drawing the receivers out? Are they jamming them up? Like, there's stuff that we're just seeing the catch, but when you look at some of the extra tape, maybe they're doing a lot more, and that's what they're packaged in to do, right?
Do you think it's realistic that Flanoy passes Tolbert and Mingo though?
No.
so
I think that's the only real answer is no.
the problem with all 3 of those receivers is, from what I remember, I look at PFF on our stats, and again, I'm not taking any of this away and writing articles saying that this is my opinion, but
You
this
hate
is
'em.
just what the stats are. Flanoy had a 20% catch to target ratio, 1 out of 5. Tolbert just basically didn't really do much at all, and Mingo same thing, had a big chance. There was a penalty on the play, so he would have had at least one good catch,
One giant positive play.
one giant positive play. So all 3 of those guys were going back into week 2 with like fight it out, guys. Someone needs to
Put the gloves on.
someone needs to be hungry.
Well, we talked about this
and
before
come
last
in.
week. Just someone step the fuck up.
Someone step the fuck up and say, no, this is my spot, and you need to beat me for it.
You
And
need to beat me off to get this spot.
There is a key component though to those wide receivers stepping up though. They need to get the ball. So
Go up to your quarterback and say, "Hey,
I know,
if you
but
don't hit me in the fucking hands, on
if
this
you don't
next one-"
fucking hit me if you don't take my body apart with your throw,
I think a quarterback would argue this too, though, because we can go. I don't disagree, but a quarterback would say, yeah, but he didn't run the route right.
yeah, it wasn't. In the
I
right
was
spot.
throwing 4 yards in front of him, and he ran 5 yards too far.
Or not
like so.
fast
who
enough.
did he target on those first
Let's
6
just-
drives? Do we remember them?
No,
Deuce
but
Vaughn on one of them.
but let's just
Scooney.
look at like take those arguments, those positive arguments away, and just looking at the stats. No one has
Totally agree.
no one has showed up yet, and they may have good excuses, but it won't matter. Like you still got to get out there and be able to play. And the guys who do make plays, a CeeDee Lamb, for example, he's going to be catching those balls that were 50-50 and went in the losing way. He's going to be catching them in the positive
Well,
way.
so that's actually a great point. Back to that one that Flanoy didn't catch and that it got an interception. Like that was double coverage, and Milton hit the receiver there.
Right in
It
his
just happened
chest.
to be a little bit low. and then it flips
Just
off
catch
to
the
side.
fucking ball. You look like
Yeah.
a stud, and then I might say he has a chance. But okay, so we talked offense, running backs, wide receivers. What about defense? I didn't, guys. I'll be honest. Like I even remember trying to look for Mozzie Smith and not really seeing him on
Did
the field.
He didn't play.
Yeah, he did.
The ghost.
That's what I mean. The ghost of Mozzie Smith.
The
And
ghost.
did you guys see the quote? I put a quote in the DMs. Did you guys read that?
No.
Okay, pull it up.
Pull that.
Now
shit
that we're
up.
talking about
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah. Sorry, I did see this, and I actually
Pull it up on the screen there, sweetie.
Yeah, I actually saw the actual video of it.
I was
but-
trying to find the video, couldn't find it on Twitter. I thought one of us could. I'll read it, and then one of you guys has to play Mozzie. John Machota, Cowboys defensive tackle Mozzie Smith was not pleased with how he played Saturday against the Rams.
Yep.
I was going to say I was going to read as
I'm
John
grabbing
Machota.
something.
One of you guys.
Are
had to
you
be-
doing something too?
I just didn't do anything. You got to do something. I'm first round pick. There are expectations and all that. This is my 3rd year.
You sound like a country singer.
I know, because if I went anything else, I could have been
Someone would think you were-
cultural appropriation or something. So I've went with a country
This
style.
is our defensive
Yep.
tackle. Look how skinny he looks.
Yeah, he looks svelte.
Look,
Didn't do. Yeah, he didn't. You did. Yeah, you didn't do shit.
My-
Was he talking about just his game or his last 2 years also?
I don't
Two
know.
as well.
And I don't ever want to. But this is the position we've put ourselves in voluntarily, is to judge players, and I will not give that up. And take it for what it's worth. Mozzie Smith, yeah, 3rd year, so absolutely, there's still a lot of growth that could happen in his career, and I do hope he has a good career. I'm not seeing development at all from this guy.
Or hearing it from anybody.
He is so slow, like literally getting off the ball. He is probably one of the slowest players I've ever seen in my life.
so slow you don't even see him. You
No,
don't even
like-
know he's on the field.
This is why he gets bitched so much, is because by the time he's standing up and getting ready to rush, it's already been like literally a second.
The play's
Can
over.
you guys next on Saturday like just tell me when Mozzie's on the field? Because I legitimately was looking for 58 a few times, and I honestly, until I saw his quotes, I didn't think he had played.
Well, I
He
didn't think
played-
I didn't think he played.
He played like 14 or 15 snaps,
Which is
I
enough
think.
that you should be able to tell he's out there.
I went and ran through PFF, and I'm trying to pull this up right now. But of course, I fucking suck at it. I'm trying to pull up our PFF
Okay,
numbers
well, what you talk about? Crack him if you got him.
because I think this is crack him if you got him. Actually, let me just do this. Sorry. I'm gonna pull up our PFF grades. There was one. We'll look at Mozzie Smith here. And there, like I said, a lot of these guys have like 14 or 15 snaps, but childless,
Childress?
childless childress.
Just childress?
Childless
This
children.
dude-
Childress?
This dude looks like someone who could fuck. And if he does this in the next 2 games, he definitely should have a.
Well, get up on the board here.
I'm trying
Fuck-
to. I
fuck
can't
Mozzie.
remember how I did it. You know how that happened? Okay, here. I remember now.
There he goes. Now you're doing it, Peter.
So I got
Man, the man. Rufio. I can't. Neither of you guys have any hook. Movie
No, I
quotes.
did, but
What
remember
did you
there,
have?
there was so making back to been a man. It was just so low. I had 2 or 3
I
cooked.
don't even remember him.
Yeah, I had.
Man, the man.
Yeah. Year 1, I had them. They were just too
I don't
low.
even remember that.
I might run it back.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, y'all ready to run it back?
Y'all ready
Who do you want to
ready
look
bust
at?
some
Should
ass?
I pull up defensive ends?
Well, I think just the total defense is nice, and this
Okay,
is just a PFF visual. Mozzie Smith way down there at fucking 13.
Now keep in mind of this snap count so you can get a little bit of relevance. Mozzie Smith here. This is what I'm saying. This is so Mozzie, just to be completely mid.
Yeah, as mid as it, like that's pure mid.
As mid as you can be. In 14 snaps, sure, not a lot, but if you get 10 snaps, you're getting a view of someone. It's not as much as obviously 30. It's 1/3 of that. But
Still enough though.
But this Childish, dude, Zion Childish, look at his ratings. Green, nice fucking hydration across the board.
Yeah.
And when I look at guys like, for example, if we look at Israel Mukuamu, 90 defense, a 50 rush defense,
Total
a
snaps,
25
played
tackle.
a lot of snaps too.
lot of snaps, but his coverage was 93.5. So what do you want Israel Mukuamu to do in that safety position? Is he supposed to be helping run defense? If so, okay, we got a bit of a question mark. He only had a 50% on that. But if he's just really going to be operating more as a coverage safety, then he's fucking set. The dude is awesome. 93.5 or did awesome in this.
Yeah,
in this
whatever,
game, right?
however PFF breaks that
And
down.
Mukuamu is another dude who's kind of been cusping and waiting. Like he's played a lot, but he's not the starter. And he's cusping on that role. I believe he's not the starter,
Oh,
right?
weird. Damone Clark was
No.
one of the worst ranked guys. Interesting.
Well, actually,
Strange.
What was the other Clark?
Well, these are our.
Elijah.
Now I can scroll
Elijah
down
Clark,
and we
there
can
he
look
is.
at the worst
Oh,
ranked
he's a
guy.
safety.
Kanye Thomas was the worst rated.
Yeah.
He only played 10 snaps.
Hard to say.
Elijah Clark, though, 48 snaps.
Holy
Eesh.
fuck.
Jay Toya, a guy that I was really looking forward to watch, did not
25
look very
snaps.
good.
But rookie is like, okay,
It's
you got your face smashed in, and now how are you going to come back?
like a rookie. What is he? 6th
Yeah.
or 7th round. So it's
Yeah.
like that's what we expect.
And same with Tom. But look, I think the problem here, when I looked at this, what I noticed is like we had one, I would even say just average defensive interior. Every other defensive interior was mid or lower. And talk about the Cowboys not knowing how to pick a defensive interior player. Maybe they need to just let other teams do it and then go after that guy in free agency.
Trade for him. Like just say, hey,
Yeah.
like go to a team that has 3 half decent ones and go for the lowest tiered one.
Or-
Or would still be a starter.
Or
on
the
yours.
best.
Or the best.
Or go out in free agency and save up that $30 million you need or whatever it would be to sign the guy and fucking sign him, because what we're doing is probably totaling $30 million a year in just running different dudes through and contracts. And like, if you total it, I'm sure it wouldn't be 30 million, but you know what I'm getting at? Like, if the total of just testing guys that fail equals $15 million a year,
You're better off just
then
getting
go
a guy.
get a guy for 18 million and let's fucking
Get
lock
rid of the
it up.
headache. Well, because right now Mozzie, I think, still slated to be the starter. That and it's this. This is on repeat. Defensive interior has been something we've wanted to address forever. And even when the Cowboys drafted Mozzie in 2023, we weren't excited for it, and I'm still not excited for it. And he needs to figure something out. And he's a guy that needs to have a big game. And I think this is a good time to segue into
This?
a crack 'em.
Crack 'em.
Crack him if
Double
you
crack
got
him.
him.
Get crack 'em if you got him.
And that is a drip that he's cracking there.
Those
That is a
couple
rip.
drip seltzers over there. 89 calories. What's 89 times 2?
Mm.
178?
Yep.
That's it?
178 calories only.
Yeah, rumor has it they have new flavors that are going to be hitting. They're going to add a little bit of sugar in some of the new flavors, so it'll go maybe up to like 1 to 110.
Get a
I don't
little
need sugar. Tell them not to add sugar.
They're not going to get rid of the OG ones.
You know what I want to do? I want them to get a 7%er. A 7% only 100
A
calorie.
7% one that
They're
actually
like, that's
tastes
just called
good.
a shot of vodka.
I know, but a 7 because the 7%ers that right now, like those neutral ones, they're
they're
gross.
gross.
I had a 7%er that the nude, maybe it's nudes. So yes, they tasted like turpentine mixed with some sort of flavoring, and they were hard to drink previously. But the last D&D sesh we had, I had 7%ers, and they were good. Like
Oh,
I was like
interesting.
shocked that because they did not taste like poison.
There's a skit I want to do Saturday, and I don't know if we could do it pregame or postgame. And I think I stole it's a stolen idea, but it's funny. It would be funny.
Oh, so you're not going to tell it right now?
No, I think we'll just bust it out.
I
We'll
think
bust
that's
it out.
though
Like,
on-
it would take us like 10 minutes to film.
Okay.
Depending when Big Chris gets here, we could either do we could meet for a kind of late-ish lunch, depending when he gets here. Have a
I'll
lunch.
be at Rikers football games till probably game time.
Yeah, but
So-
we could
okay.
meet with
Yeah, you guys
Big
could
Fella. I have a good one that I'd like to do with Big Fella.
Okay, sweet.
AJ, you also an ad. I'll get you maybe at halftime. You need a change of clothes though.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
Just have a change of clothes,
Like,
especially underwear. No,
Hey,
just kidding.
I'm assuming we're gonna hit majors afterwards.
Possibly, we'll see what happens.
Possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Big Chris is coming down. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? He should be staying the night. I can't see him leaving.
We'll have to wait and see.
I think we're having a boys camp out.
A
that
boys
night.
camp out down
Camp
in my
out.
camp out in my backyard. I was gonna say
is there a fire ban yet?
no. There should be. There is. It's either called. It's not Texas water or it's like a ranch water. or
Ranch
Texas
water. Shit's gross.
12%.
It's gross.
12%.
Is it available in Texas?
No, it's available
It's here.
Okay, well, I was gonna. Oh,
It's
well,
gross.
fuck it, maybe
It's
I'll give it a
gross.
shot.
It's like it tastes like just like you're drinking tequila.
Question, guys.
Oh, and
Question.
sorry, because they're just
Question.
asking in the chat. I tried to find a way to order them in the U.S., but you can't. 6 months-ish, they should be available in the United
Oh,
States.
we'll let you guys
They're
know.
working on it, so
Oh, yeah,
drip's
we'll let
coming.
you guys know.
But back to this question. For Dono
Dub?
or D-Easy, let me go with that. D-Easy, 17 total snaps, had a pretty decent grades from PFF, actually. 71 on his defense, 65 on his rush defense, and 66 on his pass rush. So above average.
Yep.
But 17 total snaps. Shouldn't he have played like 34? You know what I mean? Like, get him out there. Since we're not playing Sam Williams,
Which
since
we might see him up it in this next game. That's a guy that I'll be seeing to see if he has more than 17.
But where's Sammy Dub and where's Marshawn Nealon?
Yeah, well that's what I mean. Like Ezeraku right now is your 5th defensive end.
Like, why are we not seeing?
Because they're ahead of him on the board. They're just ahead of him on the board.
But like, so where's the cutoff?
I know. It's
for
like,
defensive ends.
Why not have somebody out there?
Are we starting at the bottom of the depth chart and then making sure we rotate all those guys in first? Like,
there's no defensive tackles, so they're just going to play defensive ends all season.
I will this weekend have us with like updated depth charts with numbers and stuff, and we'll print them out, and you'll have them over there just so that we have a quick sheet.
Such a good host.
You know, just like what we did for the college.
Yeah, because there was a couple times I'm like, who the
for college
who
and for
fuck is this guy?
for the playoffs.
So
playoffs.
And I'll do Baltimore as well.
Fuck Baltimore.
Well,
Give a fuck about their backups.
You kind of want to know, though.
You can if you do it. I'm not looking at it.
You kind of want.
Don't even print me one.
Print him one and just
print me one so I can crumple it up.
He
on
is
the
gonna
show.
look at. He is gonna. You know what? You're gonna crumple it and then
I'll be picking
third
through.
quarter. You're gonna be. Hang on. Who is that guy?
Just in case we're looking at defensive tackles to pick up. Okay, but back to this is a little segue. I said segue and then I got us off track a little bit. Out of this guys we've talked about, defense, offense, whoever, who you've thought about, who's this, like after game one, who's a guy that you could see being a surprise cut?
Okay, I think it's a little too early, and first of all, I just want to say I like this, and I want us to do this in week 2 and 3.
Okay,
as
bring
well,
it back. Let's bring it back.
Because it's just certainly going to change. Because I would say like a guy like a Mozzie Smith is on my cutting block, or a Schoonmaker is on my cutting block, because they're just not doing anything for what they should be doing. They're taking up the position de facto, and I'd rather have that be open and find another guy. That being said, I don't think those guys are, because they're in their first-year contracts, they're not going to be cut. You're going to ride out that first-year contract with those guys. I think.
At least into year 3.
At least into year 3.
But they would both be surprise cuts.
They
So
would be. But I
it's-
don't think it's probable. The probable ones, I think, are, for me, are Deuce Vaughn is a very probable one, especially with the emergence of Davis. At some point, you're going to have to say, we got to stop the experiment. It's not working. There's no opportunity for him in Dallas to step in, and he might be better off to go to another team where they could utilize him, and they need a guy like that. Whereas I think Dallas, any place that he can step in, you either got Turpin or another guy kind of that can also fill that role better. And the other guy is Flanoy. And I don't know if that's a surprise cut because he's not really ever played for the Cowboys. But if he continues to have those dropped passes, and some of that might be on, I'm looking at him because like he's like
I'm a Flanoy defender.
No, I don't even hate the Flanoy.
I talked to
I'm
his
just
parents
saying,
at camp, and now I'm a Flanoy
You know what?
defender.
Exactly.
You did talk. Yeah, you did.
But if he continues with a 20% reception rate, it's just not what are we looking for? Where are we going with this? Either the quarterback's so fucking terrible, and then that we should deal with that issue, or you got to look at the guy.
Boost me up some offense here, then.
Okay,
let's do
So
that.
I wouldn't mind seeing this. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't
Boost
mind
me up
seeing
some
this.
offense, sweetie. Let me see what we got. Let me see what we're gonna.
Let me see where. Hang on.
Oh my God! Tell me who you want me to fuck.
There we go.
Flanoy.
Offense. We're looking at broad offense.
This is sponsored by
actually, you
Chris
know what? Hang on.
Collinsworth and the PFF.
Let me go with stats. What do you want to
No,
look at?
I like the grade. I like what you have here.
Okay.
I like what you have here. Because we saw it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
defense.
true. It's
So
got the girth.
Flanoy actually, according to PFF,
I know he wasn't bad in terms of
PFF grade.
yeah when he
Which-
played with it on the field. Like he's out there doing other things than just catching a football. That's great.
But at the end of the day, you have to catch.
You got to catch the football. And like I do agree, it might have been he had the 4 worst passes from Milton.
Well,
So-
where does it show the amount of attempts that they had that game?
Well,
Does
AJ
it?
was going to go stats, but I just wanted to see.
their
we,
grade.
we can go and look at that.
Just scroll
after.
down. Let's get
Yeah.
to the bad.
Ooh, Awesome Richards had a nice little blue there.
Yeah, awesome Richards played well.
Ooh, Ringo Mingo.
This is their total. Yeah.
Look at Joe Milton. My dogs.
Oh my
Lael
goodness.
Collins
Look
got
at
out
Luke.
there too.
Luke was out there for 18 plays and fucking shit the bed.
And you said AJ, that was your I'm going to say he was your surprise cut. Is Luke Schoonmaker?
Yeah,
was
I
your
mean, I
surprise
don't.
cut.
Again, he won't get cut because he's on the contract.
That's why
so
it'd
you
be a
keep him,
surprise cut.
but it would be a surprise.
That's why it'd be a surprise cut.
I think you could say Mingo or Tolbert as well.
Yeah, I mean they all
Trayshawn
played
Holden.
pretty bad.
Okay.
But
Phil Maffa.
let me just let me
Add just saying the names.
Yeah, I am.
Trayshawn Holden. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like these
Phil
are the
Maffa,
guys that
okay.
I'm looking at that they're not bad.
So give us your add then. Give us your
Well, I just want to see what I wanted to see was the
Receptions.
targets, right? And,
Yeah.
and
So I'm gonna sort by targets,
thank you.
and then you can see Flanoy.
Okay, fuck Flanoy.
But Anth made a good point. Outside of that, that's a terrible stat. 1 reception for 5 targets.
but he was obviously getting
But he
open.
was not
Rivaldo
above
Fairweather, 3 for 3 with a tud.
tight end. Yeah.
3 for 3 with a tud.
Yeah, but his stat his PFF wasn't great.
Not great.
No.
It's kind of weird.
I think
Like,
the
they don't heavily favor touchdowns, do they?
Yeah, or 3 for 3 catches. So I guess as a tight end is what he is.
Well, they got blocking, lots to do with blocking also.
So Malik
I don't
Davis.
know, but his pass blocking was his best thing that he did.
I know. So how is this going? How are they doing that?
It's just PFF.
Probably
man.
things way more than others. So snaps while running a reception route is this one. So this is not block purely
on passing.
going for passing. Yeah.
Is Tolbert on the list?
66.4
Oh, there it
was
is.
our top with Josh Kelly. We got some dog shit fucking bottom barrel receivers. Is
Yeah.
all I gotta say.
Tolbert was only targeted twice with 1 reception.
Yes, but look at his snaps. Over
right,
here.
Right. Okay, so that it would be nice for them to have the snap count
I know,
beside
it's-
the
Well,
targets.
you're milking it now. We need a player here. We could look at stats all day. You watch the game. Who's somebody that's a surprise cut for you?
Surprise cut. Ooh. For receivers.
Doesn't matter. It could be anything. It
Offense
doesn't-
or
it-
defense?
any player.
We just got looking at this.
Yeah, Ryan Flanoy would be a surprise cut for me.
So the same as AJ. You
Yeah.
guys are both going Flanoy as your
Yeah.
surprise cut.
Yeah, because I mean, like Jalen Brooks, it's like okay, you could cut him. I wouldn't be surprised.
Really?
So
why is I'm just like, so to me I should have rephrased the question. Like a 6th or whatever 7th round pick that he was getting cut to me doesn't seem like a surprise. Like a Schoonmaker's a surprise to me.
Okay.
Like a Mozzie Smith, it might not
Yes.
happen as a surprise cut to me. But like a Flanoy,
I think the answers are going to get better
As we go?
As we go, because we're going to see more.
but you guys are both locked into. You guys
Flanoy
did
for
Ryan
this week.
Flanoy.
And the reason I would say
as a
this,
surprise cut though.
But that's not a surprise to me, though. That's what I mean. Like, why is it a surprise that he'd get cut?
because first of all, we don't have that many guys to choose from that actually would be surprises.
And like so, like Tolbert would be a surprise cut, but they're not going to cut him.
I don't
They're
think
gonna
they're gonna
probably
cut Tolbert
trade
either.
him.
But that's what makes him a surprise cut if they do. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like,
Right.
Jalen Tolbert, I think, would be a great surprise cut.
Then my surprise cuts would be Luke Schoonmaker
Yeah,
and Mozzie Smith.
I think those are both good selections,
but I don't think that they're probable.
which makes it a surprise. That's
Okay.
what I meant. It's like
Okay,
a guy
okay,
that you,
okay.
and I think
Okay.
I should have explained it better. If you think they're probable, that makes it a surprise cut.
Right.
Because
Okay,
Flanoy's not.
Yep.
Like
I get
if
it.
Ryan Flanoy was cut or put to the practice squad, I wouldn't be surprised.
Josh Kelly.
No, so
I
like
didn't
yeah,
even know who the-
Jonathan Mingo, I think would be a
Sure,
surprise
Jonathan
cut.
Mingo, yes.
Jonathan Mingo would be a surprise cut. Tolbert, I
Sorry.
think, is a very
Okay,
good surprise
right,
cut.
right there. Jonathan Mingo is my surprise cut.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, because with the trade and everything, and then if he's not performing and they end up putting him in the practice
No, but
squad.
I get why, but like you think that he'd be cut.
No, I'm saying that would be a surprise cut for them. Like he's a guy that I'm thinking that he should actually make the team. And
Why? Because he has the worst reception.
Yeah, like that's what I said. Bringing him on there. How many snaps did he have? He targeted once, but how many snaps did he have?
He was out there for 14 snaps or 14 passing plays. 11
What
routes ran where he was going to receive.
Which one of these Gomers were out there the most?
For routes ran?
Yeah.
Like receiving routes, Jalen Brooks.
He's out there a lot.
So they're trying to.
But he didn't play bad. My surprise guy, Wanye Thomas.
Oh, what?
He was the worst. He was the worst player on per PFF.
He's like a capo. He's like a made guy.
So you see your reaction when I said his name?
Yeah. Well, hey,
were you surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Very. But hey, you are absolutely right.
Wanye Thomas, there's my surprise cut. He's a guy that's played decently well. The safety room is packed. I think another guy that I could have either Wanye or Marquez Bell. I think either of those guys would be a surprise cut.
Dude,
I don't see Bell, and the reason is this,
don't go down that road.
I'm saying it.
I look at this too with these guys is I'm like, okay, he might be dog shit everywhere else, but here he had a really high, almost 80% ranking for his tackling. So, which, okay, that doesn't really say much. But if it was like coverage was 80, but he had, 30s for everything else, that's totally fine because it's like he's in there to lock down coverage.
So look at Marquez Bell, right? Safety. Look at Wanye Thomas, safety. What were our two top-ranked guys? What positions did they play? Our two top-ranked, the very top of the list.
Oh,
man, it's getting salty here.
Safety.
He just wants to fucking cut.
So now you have
fucking dog.
You have Malik Hooker, who's already on the team. You have Israel Mukuamu, who was the best-rated guy on defense. Now you have Marquez Bell and Wanye Thomas.
And Zion Childers has been on the team as well for a couple years.
The numbers aren't making sense, and you got guys that are putting tape out there right now. So now you come back out next week, you got Mukuamu and Childress that both have good games, and Wanye or Marquez Bell have a bad game.
Move them up.
It's got to be a little bit of shifting.
So
you're fucking me up right now, dog.
Well, hey man, I'm looking.
Like you're gonna cut Elijah Clark before you cut Wanye Thomas.
Of course you are, but that doesn't mean that just because you cut Elijah Clark doesn't mean you're. Of course you're gonna cut Elijah Clark. That's why he's not a surprise cut.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Gosh, hey,
I would say
you're
this
crazy,
though,
bro.
Jay Toya
would be a surprise.
The Cowboys can't afford to cut any defensive interior.
No, that's unfortunate. They just have to kind of roll with them all.
He could be a potential surprise cut because, again, I don't think that they would cut a guy who they drafted after 1 year. Excuse me.
In a position of need.
But I watched some plays out there where he was on the highlights of the game, and he was getting pushed around very similar to Mozzie Smith. Sometimes
you guys are the biggest guys out there.
I know.
Why are you getting bitched so bad?
But this is the thing. Sometimes if you are like a 30-pound dude, but you don't have the strength to back it up, you can become not an asset. What's the other thing?
A detriment?
Yeah, like detriment to the team because now you're just a big body getting pushed backwards.
Yeah, what happened to all those videos that we saw with him like moving fridges and bench pressing and stuff like that?
Again, I'm not going to, but I'm just using this as an example. There was a play where I saw Toya pretty much just get pushed backwards and open up a lane because his body was so big, he was pushing everyone else. So it's like
he was Jupiter. He was like Jupiter in the solar system, just taking out everything.
Exactly. And so, again, definitely need to see how does he do in week 2? How does he do in week 3? If we start to see improvements from these guys who had really shitty grades, that's okay. They should have a shitty game in their first preseason game.
And that's why next week doing this will kind of bring a little bit.
Exactly.
But if you get a couple guys that are going to double down.
If Wanye Thomas is at the bottom of the barrel again next week.
And you got guys at safeties that are. So they also have Izzy and Childress as nickelbacks on the depth chart.
Well, that's good.
So that's
Look
good.
at this photograph.
No, but our nickelbacks are. Isn't funny how I make you laugh?
That means both our nickelbacks were the best two players. So
well, that's good. I mean, hey, that was a position for me where I was a little concerned with.
Yeah, with Jordan Lewis gone.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be a surprise, but someone that they should cut, but they can't because of the depth issue is Andrew Wilkes-Booth. It's like
Why
fucking.
couldn't they cut him?
Well, I'm saying
He was fucking awful.
they should cut him, but I feel like they're so worried about the depth issue at corner
Yeah.
that they just won't cut anybody there.
It's kind of like the same as the defensive interior. It's like you're forced to keep these guys.
Yeah.
But don't forget, there's going to be cuts from other teams.
Yep.
That the Cowboys might take on.
It's like, hey, that fucking guy is better by 2 points than this fucking.
You got to
guy.
tell me that there's not a guy out of all the 31 other teams that didn't make their cornerback room that is better than Booth.
The other
There is.
absolutely, and the other moving part about this is like, what do we need a guy to do when he's in there, right? And so, for example, let's say Israel Mukuamu has great coverage but really bad run defense. But we need a so that's awesome. But we need a safety or a nose tackle. Nickelback. I can never remember.
Look at this.
But the nickelback, we need him to be more of a run stopper in this defense. Okay, well then that guy doesn't work, even though he's great at coverage, and we need to replace him with someone else. And so those types of things are a little bit unknown because I don't really understand how Eberflus is going to be using all these players. I just hope that at the end of these 3 weeks, the Cowboys have a good understanding of the players that they had question marks about or how they were supposed to play, and that they actually know what the fuck they're doing. Because
even us just looking at this is going to help us a little bit because we can look so much at use our eye test, but I only watched the game one time, right? And I have my initial thoughts of certain players that played terribly. Like the Booth played awful, but again, if I said somebody that was guaranteed cut or should be cut, Booth would have been my pick, right? But it wouldn't have been a surprise to me. But going through this after each game and just seeing what players can either bounce back or double down and have better games or double undown and have multiple games bad in a row, it'll make it fun for us to see if our thoughts change. Damone Clark, get the fuck out of here.
Can you click on the defensive
Clark
one
out
right
of
there for a second, Alex?
defense.
Yeah.
That's like the total of everything.
Yeah. So like Shamar James didn't do too bad there. When you talk about like, okay, this person's out there and he has decent for run coverage, and then he has shit the bet on pass coverage. Let's say, like,
maybe
that's
he's just a run coverage.
Yeah, exactly.
guy.
So that's the other thing that's hard sometimes when you're just kind of looking at the list is like, okay, that guy might be out for this type of package.
Yeah, but look at the guys we're talking about. Mozzie Smith, suck dick. Andrew Booth, suck dick.
No, I'm not defending those two.
But you know what I mean? Go to the bottom, and then guys that we talked about,
Shamar James, though, is a great example of what you said because, he is not a good coverage linebacker at all, but he's a very good or well above average.
Yeah, I put him stock down because I think I was expecting more from him, but by judging off this, he didn't look like he played that bad.
But he's got to repeat. Like, if he gets another 34 snaps, which is a quality amount. Like, the fact that he had 34 snaps and had a 71 rush defense, it's like, okay, that's great to see. Didn't really play out in the game at all to help. Like, the Cowboys still looked very weak at running up the middle. And, who knows if that's going to be resolved. But at least the linebackers are now getting there and stopping them before they get to a first down. But like that, a guy like that with Shamar James, I'm okay with seeing him not have good coverage as long as he keeps a higher run defense, because maybe that's the role that he's going to play.
Yeah, the other one.
I'd rather see them.
The other one to look at right there is like a Perion Winfrey. He's ranked at 19,
Sucked.
but his tackle and his pressures though are
Sucked.
Are mid to high.
He's defensive interior. Sucked.
Yeah, no, he sucked. I'm just saying, like, you're seeing there is shades there. So it's like, are they gonna? I mean, he's not gonna start.
But this is the thing, like a tackle, but your run defense is 35. Like, what's that?
That's tough.
What the fuck's that even? It's like
especially for a defensive interior.
What's contradicting itself?
Like,
He's tackling guys
is he trying to be?
Can
an
you just
edgelord?
click position? I just want to see.
Which is surprising. He looked like a
just click
beast. I thought
position
Perion
here.
Winfrey would
Who
actually.
are you
be.
looking
I just want to see the positions lined up here. I just want to see if there's like a certain position group that's just all red beside each other on defense.
Oh, that'll be DI.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, DI looks awful.
DI is.
And CB looks pretty rough.
DI and CB really rough. Now we had
Definitely DI though looks.
We had some
dog
all right
shit.
coverage from cornerback, which is fine. But in terms of overall defense, yeah, like
Defensive interior.
really
looks
bad.
Terrible.
Really bad.
Like, what is that? Just hold there for a sec. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Four of the 6 defensive interiors
Yeah.
had red.
And the other guys had
total defense.
The top DI was 60.7.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay,
It's
let's move on to some fun stuff.
it's almost like as soon as they see someone coming up the middle, they're just like, well,
Yeah, get out of the way.
can't do
Yeah,
it.
let him go.
Can't do it.
Let's we got a couple clips. We got that Denzel Washington clip
Okay.
that I'm sure everyone's seen, but I haven't listened to it, to be honest. So I think this would be a fun time to check it out. I sent 2 clips. Denzel Washington
And Emmett Smith.
Oh yeah, and the Emmett Smith chiming on Mike, because we haven't even said Micah Parsons' name.
No, well, I think
he's like the Great White Buffalo. Micah Parsons.
we'll touch on it now. Let me just get this unmuted.
Look at this photograph.
Great White Buffalo.
Micah Parsons.
Man, get Denzel in some more movies before this guy passes. I love his movies.
Yeah, Denzel. I mean,
He
his
looks
new one-
old as fuck there.
Yeah,
he looks
he-
like a turtle.
He's on here. He was on Stephen A's show, First Take. He looks like the turtle from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
guys,
Den-
that's man on fire right there.
Yeah,
That's
but they're-
Denzel.
they're-
When they
hit-
do the cats version of that, like where they take
Oh, yeah.
humans and make them look weird,
Weird.
anamorphic, fucking.
they're doing the rounds right now for him and Spike Lee's new joint. As like Spike Lee likes to talk. He plays like a
Great
music
combo.
mogul.
Spike Lee.
Oh
and
yeah.
Crack
Crack 'em.
'em. Okay, but let's hear. Oh shit! I actually might not have this set up, so give me a quick second.
Denzel, First Take. All money ain't good money, Jerry. Denzel Washington
So-
is not pleased with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. Surprised emoji.
And Denzel Washington is known to be a Cowboys fan.
Racist.
Yeah, and a racist.
I love Denzel, man.
Yeah, love Denzel.
Name a bad Denzel. Name a bad Denzel. Okay, we're
There's
going.
box office and there's Oscars. Jerry, been a while, huh? You ain't been to the show, you wouldn't know.
Ooh.
Wouldn't been to the show, you wouldn't know.
Uh-oh.
Haven't been to the show, so you wouldn't know what it is to win.
Spike Lee.
Also looks a little turtleish.
I feel like we could
And I love the Cowboys. I love the Cowboys because I really love them. This is the way I feel, the way I feel. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about the movie.
And I wanted to get back to the movie because you didn't bring the
Oh,
Cowboys. You didn't
speaking
bring
of the
Cowboys
movie,
up in the
same
movie.
thing.
Highest to lowest. You didn't bring it up.
And what does it say down the bottom of the movie?
What?
Or does it say it on the one sheet?
What does it say?
All money ain't good money, Jerry.
Say it again.
All money ain't good money, Jerry.
One time.
August 15th, we open Friday.
Woo, Lord.
All money ain't good money.
Oh, that's the name of the movie?
Yeah, no, Highest to Lowest is the name of the movie.
Oh.
But they're saying it's
I
like
thought I saw a different clip of it. Sorry, I thought I saw a different clip of him saying something, but
yeah, he's basically just saying that all money ain't good money. So just because you're making money and your box office is good doesn't mean your product's fucking good. The fans. He talks about how
that's
sick
the one
the
I
fans
saw.
are
The
getting.
fans when he was
Yeah.
talking about being a pissed off fan. And sorry, guys, I thought this one with 1.5 billion views.
Well,
was
yeah,
the
because
one.
it's
I
the
di-
hot take.
I
It's
never-
Denzel getting King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
I never want to watch the clip because I want to watch
the
it first
reaction?
here.
And
But
I'm happy for them.
Oh.
I don't.
This is it.
Yeah, okay.
okay, bring it up.
So
Get
this
it up
is
here.
And this is from our boy Law Nation.
Okay, Law Nation, shout out.
I don't like what Dallas is doing.
Yeah, this is the
I
one.
know they're making a lot of money, and I'm happy for the owners.
Fix that audio,
But
NFL
the
Network.
fans ain't happy. I've been a fan. I grew up in Mount Vernon, uptown.
Money earning.
The Red Raiders, we were the Red Raiders in the 60s. I was the running back, and we used to shift like the Cowboys.
Landry.
So I said, oh, the Cowboys play like us.
Right.
I've been a Cowboy fan since the 60s. He's making it hard for me.
He ain't lying.
Not to be a fan, because I'm still a Cowboy fan. I'm still going to have the star on the side of the hat. But he ain't thinking about us. He's thinking about his pocket. There's box office and there's Oscars. Jerry, been a while, huh? You ain't been to the show, you wouldn't know.
Ooh.
Wouldn't been to the show, you wouldn't know.
Uh-oh.
Haven't been to the show, so you wouldn't know.
Wait, Spike Lee's.
I like what he says though. Like they don't care about the fans.
No, and Jerry had that comment too that came out.
He said, "Fuck the fans."
No, it was
Fuck the fans.
Fuck the free
Cowboys
world.
are
Fuck the free world.
It was essentially this. Well, you know, and the thing is, I don't disagree with the man in terms of of what he's doing. He's running a business. And he said, when the Cowboys is a soap opera, 365, and when things go quiet, I stir shit up.
And he does.
Now, classic Jerry Jones, just terrible timing to drop a quote like that when you're in a negotiation with
Micah Parsons.
Your best player, arguably your best player.
Well, certainly your best player on defense and a player any other NFL team would pay $40 million for a year.
At a drop of a hat.
In a drop of a fucking hat. If they had the money, if they didn't, they'd figure out a way to do it. And Jerry comes in here and pretty much says, like, the dude is tone deaf as fuck.
Yep.
And doesn't understand that we all know the Cowboys is the most. I think they came out with a new figure. It was like $12.5 billion.
Top team in all sports.
Team. Boosted from that sale. Who got sold?
Lakers.
The Lakers got sold, and so that boosted all professional team values. Still on top, and we know that, Jerry. But we also we don't get more if the Cowboys get a new fucking contract with Netflix or whatever it might be. The fans don't get any benefit from that. Sure, we get more inside information. But guess what? That Netflix series that you're doing is going to probably be 80% about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
30 to 20 years ago.
Easily.
You know what I mean?
10 episodes. Like
Yeah.
what they're going to there's 10 episodes.
They're not going to have much from 2002 on.
Episode like 6 to 10 if it's like from the last Super Bowl till now. Like those are going to be hard episodes to watch.
Well, it's
so
just,
watch them though.
At what
Unfortunately.
point do you I don't think Jerry Jones is not trying to win football, but I think he also has the hat on of like, I got to make money for this. This team has to make money. And that is the line that I think everyone wants to draw in the sand, being like, okay, then go be the owner of the team.
And get a general manager.
And I think that's where it's like,
you think people can do what he does? You think a general manager can do what he does?
Yeah, I've seen 30 every single year I see 31 other people do the job. Whether or not they do it as good as you, for sure, that's an argument. But come on, the next person that gets hired as the Dallas Cowboys GM is
Stephen Jones.
Is good. Any GM out there who is able to come over is going to be like, oh fuck yeah, I want a piece of that. To reinvigorate the star, to bring the star back to a Super Bowl championship, like
Stephen Jones' best thing he
legendary.
could do when Jerry Jones finally passes away. And it was brought up that Jerry's been fighting cancer for the last 10 years. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Melanoma.
Oh,
And
really?
finally beat it just recently.
4 years.
Just finally beat it
Oh,
recently.
God, now he's going to be on another high horse.
And now he's alive for another 50 years.
I'm invincible.
But when Stephen Jones takes over, whoever's going to take over,
Yeah.
their smartest move would be to hire a GM and show humility and be like, I don't need to be the GM. I'll run the team. I'll still have final say, but I'm going to bring in somebody like a football mind, right?
Bring in a dude who's just going to do all the fucking hard work for you, and all you need to do is like
hire and fire.
Yeah.
The problem is
You
with
still get-
every other team does it.
You still get the accolades if they win.
the only issue with that is that like if Jerry Jones is a narcissist, so would he have something in his will or contract stating that if Steven, you
I
are
still make decisions.
if you're part of this team or anyone in my family's part of
Ouija
this
board?
team, you have to be you cannot relinquish the general management position up, right? Like does he go so far to say that?
It'd be such an easy
Sure,
way to
they-
backdoor that.
and
though.
you sign an assistant general manager and just give
We-
him all the duties.
we
Exactly. Yeah, that you could backdoor around that easily.
Yeah, we also don't know though. You grow up like Stephen Jones grew up being like running the Cowboys with his dad. So by this time when he gets the keys, yeah, he wants to make his own mark
and win a Super Bowl.
And like this is the most frustrating thing that you're like at what point there's so much money here. Nobody cares about how much money you have after like the amount of money that you make. And chances are if you relinquished the general management position, you would probably even make more money than you're currently making right now. If the Cowboys were winning a winning team and we were in a position to win the Super Bowl, do you not think the value of that team is going to go even higher than it actually is? So it's like, why are you now not doing everything in your power to win multiple Super Bowls within the next 5 years. Like
I will
that's
say
all you
this.
should fucking be thinking about.
Because Jerry Jones goes, I haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. I would really love to win a Super Bowl, but the value of my team just went up $2.5 billion in 1 year, and we didn't win the Super. So, like,
And he's
convince me that we need to win a Super Bowl.
Well, and it's not even that, but it's egotistical enough that if he's just tried for 30 years and he hires someone and they come win a Super Bowl while he's alive, people are going to be like, well, how many Super Bowls could you have won if you done this? If you stopped doing the general manager duties 15 years ago? So there's zero chance he gives it up ever.
And Cowboys, honestly, a year ago, I was kind of complaining about what they, like, the lack of their quality social media presence. They've turned that up. Now they have Hard Knocks. Now they have the Jerry Jones fucking saga that's going to be coming out. They had the season 2 of
America's Sweethearts.
America's Sweethearts,
Which I did watch incomplete.
So, like,
I enjoyed it.
Jerry's mind is kind of, love it or hate it, he's seeing the value that he can get out of the Dallas Cowboys in other ways besides winning championships. And as fans, really all we care, we would give up all of those fucking extracurricular behind the scenes looks at the team for a conference championship.
You tell me the Cowboys make the conference championship next year, but I can never watch another America's
No more
Sweethearts.
Hard Knocks, Anth.
Done.
Easy.
In a second.
Easy. But
I do love Hard Knocks, though.
you know, and it literally always will come down to, and I hate to say it because it's like almost too simple, but the argument is Jerry Jones is the owner and GM. So as an owner, he's just going to want to continue to increase the value of the Dallas Cowboys. It makes sense, number one, if he's a family man, it makes sense for his family to be like, I'm trying to fucking create billions and billions of dollars of wealth for you guys.
Yeah, how can you only live with 12 billion?
No, well, I know, but like...
No, I'm being serious. How do you live?
Once you get... But like his next step is...
How do you get all that adrenochrome? You need that in the lizard people.
And it's a lot easier to continue to do that and increase the Cowboys' value than it is to put a quality football team on
the
field to win a Super Bowl.
Well, and the issue is, and this is the last thing we say, last thing I say about it at least, there's no reason for him to change because everybody tunes in to watch the Cowboys lose, and everybody tunes in to watch. It's either you're tuning in to hope they win, or you're tuning in because you hate them so much. So it's like whatever he's doing's working.
Yeah.
So why would he change it? Realistically, why would he change it?
I don't think for him, there's not really a reason to.
I do think, though, and again, playing devil's advocate to this conversation, there is that asterisk, regardless of how much money you're making, if you say that you love football the way that you do, and like he took a risk and he bought this football team when he shouldn't have. Everybody said he shouldn't have bought the team when he actually did. We'll find that out on August 19th when the Cowboys Netflix series comes out. We'll hear it from Jerry Jones and people around him. But you have to bookend your life with another, like his life as an owner and GM of the Cowboys. You have to bookend it with another Super Bowl win. And that's
true.
It would just not, like, you can't.
It's like, what would Tom Brady's career be like had he made it to the Super Bowls and lost the last 3 Super Bowls, or was it 4? How many does the motherfucker
He has
have?
7.
He has 7.
So, anyways,
well,
he won 3 early and then had a drought of like 6 or 7 years where he didn't win any Super Bowls. Lost 2, in fact. If he didn't win those 4, I know that's a lot, but you know what I mean? I'm just tagging on to what you're saying is Tom Brady could have lost.
So you're saying he's going to go Jerry Jones 4 Super Bowls coming up?
I would like to see it. I'm saying like that's the ending that Jerry Jones needs is like, sure, you said I couldn't do it for all these years, and now I've gone back-to-back Super Bowls or won 2 Super Bowls in 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. That's the storybook ending for his career, right? Like ending on the high note. Alternatively, he can also probably feel pretty comfortable when he packs up his bags and heads off to heaven and the Cowboys are worth $15 billion.
The salt,
Like,
the salt cavern, the great salt cavern in the side.
So I mean, like, I think he's looking at this as it's kind of a win-win. And unfortunately, we're such fucking losers that we just keep watching this shit. And,
eat it up, lap it up,
yeah, lapping it up,
lapping it up. Okay, let's get this last
Sorry,
video we got.
we went from PFF to like, let's go into something fun. That whole conversation
That was not fun. That was not fun.
And we're not going fun either.
No, we're not going fun again. I don't know why I said fun videos.
Well, it's a video.
It's a video.
Now this is Emmett.
When we talk about Micah Parsons, how you missed the first 2 games, any similarities in the situation?
Not even close. Not even close. I keep trying to tell there's.
Spit it out there. Come on, Emmett.
There's a marketing play,
right,
and then there's a reality play,
right.
The reality play is, and I'm gonna tell folks, so the media should have never called me a holdout,
right?
Because I didn't have a contract,
right.
If I take your contract from you right now from the place you work, you can't come back in the building. They're taking your key card and everything, because you can't come back in the building, and you have no job there. But if I give you a job and you get a key fob, you can come into the building.
Right.
My contract ended.
Right.
I didn't have no more obligations to the Dallas Cowboys. I was out there in the wind as a free agent for 30 days until those 30 days closed. Then I only can talk to one team. I lost leverage. And that's what Micah Parsons is at right now.
Right.
Is not having enough leverage.
Right.
And so, but he also has another year on his contract.
Right.
So there's a distinct difference between a holdout and being truly a free agent.
Right.
So the NFL did a good job of branding that moniker on me with the public.
Right.
So everybody brings it up in that context. But I'm here to set this record straight. I'm only one man.
Right.
I'm only one man that can set it straight. Because y'all got multiple voices. You talk every day of the week. You interview folks, and you regurgitate the same old bullshit. I'll just tell you the real.
Right.
So let's be honest. There's not a distinct difference between the two.
Right.
The only difference is I didn't sign until 2 games in.
Right.
That's the only difference. And so it is what it is. I just hope Parsons get his deal done.
Right.
Because for me, it's more important to have all this business stuff behind you. Right. So the team itself can start to do the things that they came here to do. They came to training camp to work on what?
Right.
Come together as a team. Forging the hood as a brotherhood. Building the chemistry that they need to build. And that all the other distractions need to be gone. Right. So you can focus on what you need to focus on.
Now, I do have to say this, though. I don't know. I like these suit color jackets here.
Like the gray?
Well, both of them have like kind of very similar colors.
One's like a beige, off-white.
This one's pinstriped, and this one looks like maybe it's more of a checker pattern, but the same kind of color for sure. Look, I think it's true. Like the reality that we play with here is Micah Parsons is still under contract for another season, and Micah Parsons does still have a obligation there, and the team has a option that they can initiate.
Well, we've been saying it here for a while. He has 0. We said he had 0 leverage a while ago.
He's done that.
When he said he was going to request a trade, sweet. You could request a trade all you want. The Cowboys could literally just sit there and have you just be on their team for the next 2 years.
Yeah, and the guy that Micah Parsons is, I mean, like I would have liked to see that trade request happen before the offseason kicked off, before the draft even kicked off, just to be like, hey, let's fucking get a couple months ahead of this thing and get this let's just basically move the conversation from all this nitty gritty to like trade me or sign me, right? But you're right. At the end of the day, Cowboys have the leverage, and they can technically just have him sit there, which would be terrible for Michael Parsons' career and also terrible for the Dallas Cowboys. If I'm Micah Parsons, I'm like, I certainly don't want to sit out a whole 2 seasons, essentially, while the Cowboys just eat. And then for the Cowboys, it's shitty because it's like, yeah, we're just going to eat this money. I don't see it getting to that point, but Emmett brings up a good point in that he doesn't really have the leverage that Emmitt Smith did have during that contract.
Well, the best point he brings up is he never held out. He didn't have that. Held out of what? He didn't have a new contract.
Yeah.
Like, you can't hold out of something you don't have, right? Emmitt Smith didn't have a contract. That's way different.
It'd be like you continuing to go to work
for free
when they don't have you sign on, and you're doing the work, and then being like, So are we gonna get this contract situation?
Which
done
I never knew about. Like I've heard about Emmett missing the 2 games.
Yeah, me too.
And thinking he was holding out, waiting for a new contract, but
He
he literally
kinda-
didn't have like he wasn't under contract.
How different is that? Like, so flash forward 23 years later, a guy at Emmitt Smith's quality, he didn't have a contract. There was nothing there. He would have been like, why did no other team pick him up?
I think there was, like he mentioned, there was a 30-day. I think the Cowboys maybe had a 30-day
window. Okay, so they just allowed him to sit out. Okay, so
which doesn't align with the timing because you'd figure like that 30-day window would have ran out before the season started, but
maybe not. Maybe that's just the way the contract
Yeah.
landed. That it
exactly
weird. It is just weird, and it's like it is a systemic thing that the Cowboys do. Like you have that guy like Emmitt Smith, and obviously there's 2 sides to every single story. We don't know what the Cowboys were offering him. Did they offer him a contract and he just didn't accept it? Like, what are all the other details there? Were they just like, no, we're not going to worry about him right now. We'll just go 2 games without him. We think we could probably do it without him.
And they lost both those games.
And then those 2 games are like, oh, okay, we can't do it without him. So do you see Micah Parsons? Do you see a noticeable difference if Micah Parsons isn't playing game 1 and 2 and he decides to like try and get the leverage back and be like, no, fuck it, fine me. Give me those. I'll take those $50,000 per game fine or whatever it is. I'll sit out. He goes into 2 games. The Cowboys defense is struggling. Do they is that the only way he can have leverage on here?
It depends. It depends the stance the Cowboys are willing to take.
I don't
the
think
Cowboy. It was different when the Cowboys lost those 2 games with Emmitt Smith. As soon as they got Emmitt Smith back, they immediately became Super Bowl contenders again. Do you think the Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders with Micah Parsons?
Oh yes.
Maybe,
they have a much better.
They have a better chance, but like
not in the way that Emmitt Smith was
year
for that team.
That year they went on and won the Super Bowl with Emmitt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he was that piece of the offense. I mean,
he was that piece that the offense needed.
Yeah, that needed, right? The part of the triplets. And I do agree that if you're going to get to the Super Bowl, you need Micah Parsons, but it's
The guy
also still
has-
going to be tough to do with Micah.
Micah,
So it still gives all the leverage. It's still, to me, the Cowboys will have all the leverage no matter what. Even if Micah's like, Micah will just lose out on himself if he doesn't play.
yes, yeah. I think like Micah Parsons is almost averaging almost a sack a game. Something like wild like that. Like he played 13 games last year. I think he got 12 sacks. You know, so that's the type of guy that we're looking at. And I don't really care that we might not have that he might only play 13 games. To me, that's still worth a full contract's worth of pay if he's going to continue that ratio. So, but yeah, is he going to be a difference maker? No, unfortunately not. The difference makers for championships, as much as people will say defense wins championships, but you need those difference makers on offense who are going to score the points. And so Micah's on the other side of the ball. You know, the chance for him to make his impact relies on what the offense is doing on the other side of the ball, right? So still super valuable and worth every penny that I think you would.
Oh, I agree you pay him, but I don't think he gets leverage sitting out or not playing games.
No,
Like
not
Emmett did.
it's not like Myles Garrett. It's not like Emmitt Smith, obviously, as just explained here. It's kind of unique, and the Cowboys are notorious for not signing guys before their fucking contracts run out. And so for Micah to be going ahead and requesting, which I think is smart in the long run for a football team, and it would be great to get Tyler Smith also on this train already and trying to get those conversations started. It's just not the Cowboys' way.
Yeah, it is also just ridiculous that like I do feel the Myles Garrett situation was also technically a little different than Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons coming off of his rookie deal. Like, why was this even an issue? Like, we could have saved so much money. They could have saved so much money.
Coming.
Like, exactly. Right? But I'm saying like any other team would have locked his fucking ass up at the end of year 3 or the start of year 4.
Yeah, but you say that with CeeDee Lamb last year. It's the same thing.
I know. I'm saying with the Cowboys, it's different.
So you can't ask that question because the Cowboys are stupid. I think that's the only thing. Okay, final thoughts.
Oh,
learn
really?
ball,
Yeah,
Adam. Hey, learn ball.
Learn ball.
Learn ball.
I'm worth $12 billion.
Look at this.
Cowboys are stupid. I'm worth $12 billion.
I mean, he could say that to me. He is worth 12 billion.
And personally, I've gotten 3 Super Bowls.
I can still say with even his $12 billion, I can say the Dallas Cowboys handle their personal players that they've drafted extensions terribly.
Yes.
I don't think anyone could argue that, no matter how much money you have.
I got something to call us out here.
Okay, call us out.
Before we go into our call out and say fuck you to Philly fans.
Philly fans, Ravens
what do
fans?
you want to see going into this week 2?
Let's make it quick, too.
Preseason game.
Not a 35-minute conversation. What do you guys got?
Yeah, just one off the top of your skull. What do you want to see?
I want to see Joe Milton connect with his receivers more consistently this weekend.
Less
piss missiles.
Less piss
on
missiles.
the short throws.
I like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna say I want to see a repeat of Maffa and Davis. I'd love to see some of our starters get in there. I don't think they're going to be playing, but let me see Maffa and Davis repeat what they did.
So I was going to say that too. I was going to say a running back with over 100 yards, but because AJ went running backs, I'm going to go defense. I want to see a linebacker with a turnover. I want to see Shamar James or one of the linebackers do something. Leafau even
Punch
with the
that
sack.
ball up.
I was going to say a defensive turnover because we didn't see one, but we did see Mukamu get one. I want to see 2 defensive turnovers.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that. I want to see the ball get taken away.
I like it.
And Wanye stepping it up a little bit this weekend. Is that what you want to see?
Hey, he's my surprise cut.
Hey, prove and throw.
He's my surprise cut.
Prove and throw.
Prove and throw.
Who's doing the call out?
Yeah, if you're looking out there and you know anybody in your life that happens to be a Ravens fan and they're excited about this preseason game,
and Cooper Rush,
you look them straight into their dead eyes and you tell them to go fuck themselves.
Their dead eyes, I like it.
Shark eyes.
Those
beady their little beady little eyes.
Those raven eyes.
All you Canadians are the same with your beady little eyes.
See us Saturday for the preseason week 2.